do it.
All right, we're back. We're back. We're back in the house. Back in the house. It's just noise. Got the crew, Doc, King Dre, and the Juice Man, TB and Greasy on assignment. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. Check us out every Friday night. Anchor FM, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. Slide on over to their YouTube channel. We appreciate all the love. Smash that subscribe button. And today, we just thought we'd bring a little noise, a little thunder. We'll get some Final Four predictions. As you all know, the NCAA tournament is in full effect. Had a wonderful show last week with Miss Candy Lynn from Pull Up the Podcast. Discussed the Brittany Griner situation. Wonderful show. Wonderful show. Again, appreciate all the love. So we're going to jump right into this thing. Yeah, the madness was indeed in full effect. My Kentucky Wildcats got sent home.
Get him out of
And Arizona got sent home. Candy Lynn and Greasy, they hit the number. They hit the numbers right on the head, man. They said Miami was going to be a tough out, and Miami is indeed a tough out. So this show, we're just going to break down the brackets and get some Final Four predictions. The Final Four isn't actually till next week, but this week, they'll have a Sweet 16. They'll wrap it up with the East, West, Midwest, and South regional finals, and we'll have our Final Four. Also, going to take a look back at some memorable runs, some memorable teams, some teams that were, necessarily didn't win it, but they caught your attention with their style of play. So we're gonna jump right into this one, man. Let's get it cracking, man. What's good, King Drain Juice?
I like this one, man. I was sitting up thinking about it, and it's three teams I'm gonna talk about, man. Three teams. I know it's plenty more teams I could talk about, and but these three teams in particular, the 1990. Do I need to finish it off, or do y'all already know who I'm talking about? 1990 UNLV Running Rebels, LJ, Stacey Osmond, Greg Anthony, Andre Hunt. That team was raw. That team was real. That team was rugged, and they kicked ass on that court, man. So definitely got to give a shout out to them. And the one that I think y'all are gonna be surprised about, maybe Juice will be. I'm not sure about you, Doc. The 2006, 2007 Florida Gators.
Good squad.
Great squad. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm FSU to heart. Not in basketball though, but I like Joakim Noah. That's when I first got introduced to Joakim Noah, and that was one of the guys I like, one of my favorite players. And the last team, I don't even think I have to say it. Y'all already know where my heart is at with this one. I cried when that timeout got called in that North Carolina game. It hurt. But the Fab Five, bro.
Already.
First team in NCAA history to play a championship game with all freshman starters, bro. Like that Fab Five, and it's one of the greatest college teams to never win a championship, man. Like they did not win, and both of those losses hurt. They lost to Duke, which I couldn't stand. That hurt bad, and then they lost to my North Carolina Tar Heels. It was hard watching that game. I'm a fan of both teams. And with all that being said, my Final Four predictions, going forward are going to be Duke, North Carolina, Michigan, and Miami Hurricanes. I told y'all. Me and Greasy was on the Hurricane wave. The Miami Hurricanes going to the final. Man. Yeah. How y'all feeling?
We have the same picks, man. Same teams.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I'm really intrigued about that Miami team. Like, I mean, when you think of Miami, you don't think of basketball, right? And so I went and looked back at their last 5 games. Man, they're really good at really good in transition. Like if you miss a shot, they're on the other way, going the other way and scoring. That guard Charlie Moore, I mean, he's a really good floor general that can score. Jordan Miller, Cameron McGusty, Isaiah Wong. I mean, these dudes can score, and so I've got them beating Kansas in the Elite Eight to go to the
What?
Final Four.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So my other three teams, I got Michigan. I got Michigan beating Villanova. It's going to be a tough game, but I think their size is going to be the
Hmm.
difference. The sophomore center Hunter Dickinson can, you know, not only he's got good post moves, but he can shoot threes too. I got North Carolina beating Purdue. I mean, that white kid Manic, he can. I mean, he's unconscious. Dude remind me of Larry Bird, man. Just a straight sniper. So I got them winning, and then I got Duke. Beating Gonzaga. I really like Banchero, and when the offenses ran through him, it seems like Duke is. I mean, they've shown some vulnerability, but when he's on
Hmm.
his game, and everybody else like Wendell Moore and Roach are hitting their threes, and Williams controlling the paint. Um, I think it's gonna be Duke. So Duke, UNC, Michigan, Miami is who I got.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. What about some of those teams from the past? Some of those teams from the
Oh,
past.
okay. Well, I can only think of two teams that I liked.
Right.
One of them was the 97, 98 Arizona Wildcats.
Yep.
Mike Bibby was a freshman, and
Maybe.
Mm.
I thought Miles Simon was going to come to the league and just wreck, but he ended up being a bust. But
Man, he
he was a
did
great
not.
college player. And I also like the 2001 Duke Blue Devils.
Ah,
Um, Jay Williams. He was just awesome to me. So them the two teams that I really liked watching. So
so you just gonna overlook the Fab Five, Juice? Really?
I mean,
Really?
they didn't win, man. They didn't win.
No matter if they didn't win. That was one of the
I
greatest
mean,
teams in
they were a great
NCAA
team,
history.
man, but they choked, especially in the one against North Carolina where Weber called that ill-advised timeout. I mean, come on, man. They just choked it away.
Hey man, you
Choked it
really had to
away.
do that, man. I'm where you at, man? Let me kick you out. Man,
Yeah.
Well,
So
we do realize things happen. We do realize things happen. So just looking at the Sweet 16 and how it's shaking down, and looking through my notes here, go through here real quick.
hey Doc,
What's that?
let me add something right quick before you get off into your notes. Um, for all y'all that's listening, all you athletes that's checking us out, man, remember this: Michigan started out the season. What number, y'all? Y'all remember what number they were ranked?
They started off top five,
Top five, if I'm not mistaken. They were
preseason.
number one. They were number one team in the country. And
Yep.
look how they ended the season. Not even in the top 25. And look at them now. That's all I can tell you.
Juwan Howard's doing a great job, man.
It's it's
It's
it's,
just,
Great
it's,
job.
not, it's not how you start, man. It's how you finish, man.
Yep.
yeah,
It's how you finish.
it's just, it's not easy, but you get the right draw, the right bracket, and you play at different times. So it's not like Michigan is going to play on a Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 7 o'clock on ESPN. That's what their bodies are accustomed to. I mean, you got a Saturday 5:30 game or a first round game at noon, and the other team's not quite used to it. And it depends on what bracket you in. You can win 3 games, and there you go. You in the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight. You see what I'm saying? So I think Michigan was a very dangerous team coming in. I think they're going to beat Villanova. I have them losing in the next round. I think Arizona's going to beat Houston. I think Providence is going to beat Kansas. I know I clowned Dre about his Providence pick last
Mm-hmm.
week, but watching Providence play, they that's a pretty good team, man. They're very very underrated. I never thought to pay much attention to them. The Big East didn't really the Big East like the Big East we're
Right.
used to. Syracuse, Georgetown, those boys, Villanova, Connecticut. So they slipped in. They got that number 4 seed. So I got Providence, and then that Miami Iowa State game. That's going to be a very good game. Iowa State. That's not an 11 seed, folks. saw them earlier during the year, and they beat Penny Hardaway and that Memphis team, super athletic Memphis team. They beat them pretty easy. They are veteran dominated. So, like I said, yeah, give me 3-4 guys that's played together 2-3 years, and you can have the one and done 5 blue chips and all that good stuff. It's probably going to end up going in favor of the guys that's played together the longest. I got Duke. Texas Tech and Duke is going to be a good game. I want to go with Texas Tech, but I think Duke is going to pull that one off. I really like Banchero's game. If it's close, we already know what that is. Watch out for the whistles, folks. Duke, Gonzaga and Arkansas, the top end of the West bracket. I don't think Arkansas got enough firepower, although Memphis did give Gonzaga a scare. They gave them all they could handle. Let you know Penny Hardaway, for what it's worth, hey, they almost got Gonzaga, and it was at one point they was calling for Penny Hardaway to, be replaced and all that good stuff. So you got to let the season play out. And tournament time is where the coaches like a Juwan Howard, a Penny Hardaway, or Brad Stevens made his name. Y'all remember Butler? Brad Stevens? Nobody heard of Brad Stevens until he made an Elite Eight, or was it a Final Four and then a championship? And next thing you know, he's the general manager of the Boston Celtics. So March is where resumes are made. So, Juwan Howard at Michigan, for example, they, didn't end the way it was. Juwan Howard skull dragging coaches and all that stuff. But, like I said, he one win away from the Elite Eight, and that could very well save his job. Just being transparent and being up front. I think it ends for North Carolina. I got UCLA taking care of business against the Tar Heels. Good run, good team. North Carolina kind of underperformed, I would say, all year. Not the typical North Carolina top 10, top 5, team. But hey, they got it done. They beat Duke, and hey, they handled defending national champions Baylor. And then we got Purdue. I think they're going to go ahead and take care of the Cinderella story for this year, the number 15 seed. St. Peter's, I think they're going to go ahead and finish them off, which sets up UCLA and UCLA Purdue. I think UCLA advances. I think Gonzaga advances. Like I said, if you missed that earlier game this year, they have Thanksgiving Duke versus Gonzaga, one of those late night Maui Classic games or some odd tournament game. It came on like at 11 o'clock. So you probably went to sleep, but that was a really, really, really good game. Duke ended up pulling it out. I have Arizona go ahead and taking care of Michigan in that regional final. I got Arizona advancing. I think Iowa State will beat Miami, and I have Providence advancing to the Final Four. I have Providence advancing to the Final Four. So my Final Four picks are going to be Providence, Arizona, Gonzaga, and UCLA.
This is probably the most unheard of 4 I've ever heard of.
I've never heard of. I think UCLA gets it done. That sets up my Final Four. Memorable teams. Like I said, I remember Delonte West and St. Joseph's. I think they lost one game during the regular season. That was in that conference tournament. But that was a great backcourt. Guard play dominates the NCAA tournament to allude to what Julius was saying. Juice Man was saying. Miles Simon and Mike Bibby, they defeated 3 number 1 seeds to capture that 1997 tournament championship, defeated my Kentucky Wildcats. Good guard play. That team with Delonte West and Jameer Nelson. Excellent backcourt. They did eventually lose to John Lucas and Oklahoma State, Tony Allen and those boys. 93 Kentucky. The 1993 Final Four matchup with Michigan, one of the best semifinal games I've seen. Gave the 5-5 all they could handle. Dale Brown and Jamal Mashburn ended up fouling out, and Michigan wins in overtime. But that was a superb, excellent game. Going back all the way back to 88, Danny Manning and the Miracles, Kansas Jayhawks. They made a great run. So it's just something, we just think about some of those teams of the past that did that thing. But at any rate, before we wrap it up, like we said, check us out every Friday night, 8 p.m. That's Anchor FM Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. Appreciate all the love. Slide on over to their YouTube channel. We'll be back next week, and we'll get more in depth into the Final Four. We're going to have a real Final Four show. We're going to break down the Final Four teams, see who was right. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the love all the time. For Doc, the Juice Man, and King Dre, we appreciate the love again. Just know it. We'll holler.